here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. But when I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, will Hollywood never learn? How many times does a woke movie or a woke TV show have to crash and burn for them to learn that people don't want to watch movies where we get lectured, right? Lectured throughout the whole movie or series about how bad we are because of some characteristics that we were born with, okay? Whether it be race, gender, sex, whatever, right? It seems that there is a lot of movies out there that these companies are putting out movies. Hollywood is putting out these movies where they want to lecture men, right? They want to lecture men on how bad we are, right? They want to lecture white people on how bad they are, right? They want to lecture people on how bad they are in the most cringe ways possible, ways that aren't even natural, okay? It seems like they just stuck that in there just to make a point, right? And that's the whole problem. You can talk about societal issues without throwing in cringe lines that are obviously there for you to score woke virtue signaling points, right? You can do that, but that takes good writing skills, right? That's what it takes, okay? And it seems like She-Hulk is the latest series from Disney/Marvel that has fallen into this trap, okay? As people are calling the series woke and anti-men, okay? And as you saw at the beginning of this video, it's very obvious to see why, okay? Again, it seems to be one of these series that, stars this, female, superhero or, actress or whatever. And, they're playing up how terrible it is to be a woman and, such and such and such and such and all the feminist stuff that they love putting in these movies, okay? Now, I tell you guys, I don't really watch movies like that. And the reason why is because I really don't have time. Okay, if I had time to watch movies, and the things I do watch, I watch stuff that's based on nonfiction. Okay, I'm not a big fiction person, even though I grew up with the Marvel comics and the TV shows and stuff like that. So I'm familiar with the characters. But just to be quite honest with you, I don't have time to watch a lot of this stuff. But seeing the backlash to it and watching some of the trailers and stuff like that to go along with it and some of the scenes, it is quite entertaining, right? And I can definitely see why people are upset. So I want to talk about that and some of the backlash here that is being received. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so by checking out some of my new merch, my Donkey Pox shirts, which is the shirt that I'm wearing right now, right? The disease that's affecting America. Or you can check out my hashtag no days off / hard work t-shirts. I have this one right here. Or you can also check out a new one. This is probably one of my funniest shirts. My MAGA Hub shirt, right? You can check that out as well. I have new merch that I am excited to share with you guys. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out at the website, gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's get into this. As She-Hulk stands are stomping on those calling the series woke / anti-men. So let's read about this, because people are not happy with the fact that this series is being labeled woke and anti-men. So let's read about it. It's no secret that the non-male stars of any major movie franchise are subjected to online discrimination. But following the release of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Marvel fans are putting their foot down as misogynistic reviews of the character began to circulate. The recent bout of discourse seemed to have kicked off when the good folk over at IMDb posted a powerful clip from the show's premiere where Jennifer Walters explains to Bruce Banner why she's an expert at controlling her anger. As a woman, she has no choice. And obviously you guys saw that trailer at the beginning of this video, right? Naturally, this clip of a woman exerting her very real frustrations has led to an outpouring of criticism from some MCU viewers, quote, trolls, claiming that Bruce actually knows more about controlling his anger than she does, women actually aren't that great at controlling their emotions at all. Keep in mind that this outrage has sparked from a 28-second clip with fictional characters. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. We know why they're saying it, right? They're saying it to lecture men, right? And that's where you're getting the outrage from here, okay? Because, in fact, I don't think women are better at controlling their anger than men, to be quite honest with you. Anybody that's been in a long-term relationship with a woman knows exactly what I'm talking about. You're dealing with anger all the time, okay? Women definitely have issues controlling their emotions, more trouble than men. I have no problem saying that. But that's just not, the only reason for the backlash is the woke virtue signaling while you're watching the movie. It's also what these female stars tend to say outside of the movie, okay? I remember when Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow, she complained about the Hollywood gender pay gap while at the same time making more than most men in Hollywood, okay? I think it's comments like that is what people have an issue with here, okay? Not just the stuff that they say on screen, but also stuff they say off screen, and we have a continuation of that, okay? As the She-Hulk star claims there's a weird obsession with female Marvel heroes' bodies, right? Again, here we go. Once again, a woman complaining about being held to a certain standard when it comes to their bodies, as if males don't go through the exact same thing. But let's read here. She-Hulk attorney-at-law actress Tatiana Maslany is calling out the unrealistic body standards associated with being a female superhero. The star of the new Marvel series, which debuted on Disney Plus Thursday, addressed pop culture's infatuation with heroes being super muscular, telling Entertainment Tonight she loves, quote, She-Hulk because she represents a different body and a different perception from the outside. Quote, I think there's a culture obsession with the certain physique that goes along with these movies sometimes, said Maslany, who plays a lawyer and She-Hulk herself, Jennifer Walters. I certainly fell prey to that idea, and I definitely don't think it's a thing that we should be pursuing because it's just these weird standards that none of us can actually keep up with unless we're going to the gym 1,000 times a week. I think I kind of disagree with that, right? In the sense that I think it's good to have this obsession with the Hollywood body, right? And the reason why is because unlike the fat acceptance movement, it actually promotes what I think are, healthy standards, right? And look, here's the thing. We're going to look at some pictures here in a minute, but when you have superheroes that have good bodies, like good, healthy bodies, that inspires people to want to pursue those type of bodies, right? At least it inspires me, right? When I see that, I'm like, wow, I would love to look like that. It makes me want to work hard in the gym. It makes me want to eat healthy. It makes me want to develop healthy habits. When you have stars and Hollywood actresses, people that are supposed to be role models that are fat and out of shape, then it promotes this idea that it's okay to be fat and out of shape, right? Which is not healthy. It's not good for society. It costs people money. It costs taxpayers money. It's not good, right? So again, I disagree with what she's saying here. The 36-year-old, who has appeared in Orphan Black and Parks and Recreation, said that she loves her character since how people see her is so much a part of her story. Quote, that to me is really exciting conversation that can happen around this, which is how do we look at someone differently depending on the body that they inhabit. She said she's very self-depreciating. She's kind of got this superhero thing on top of her, but she's a very insecure person who's obsessed with her job and is trying to pretend she's not a superhero. Maslany recently bashed the trope of a strong female lead in an interview with The Guardian earlier this month, explaining how it feels reductive. Quote, it's just as much a shaving off of all the nuances and just as much of a trope, Maslany said. It's a box that nobody fits in. Even the phrase is frustrating. It's as if we're supposed to be grateful that we get to be that. I mean, look. Even when women are winning, right, they're making millions of dollars, okay, they still have something to complain about. But let's go to the whole unrealistic body standards thing because, in these Marvel movies, it seems like we don't just have an obsession with women's bodies. We have an obsession with male bodies. I mean, look at Spider-Man here, right? This guy's ripped to the bone, okay? Look at this right here, right? They even got the Indian guy in shape. Right? We didn't ever see an Indian guy this muscular. They even get the Indian guy in shape. Again, this is the type of stuff, guys, that, in my opinion, people may see this as toxic or whatever, but this is something that society accepts from men. We want our male superheroes to look good and to be in shape, right? I mean, I think that's a good thing. Now, here's the thing. Some of these actors, they don't actually really, do this naturally, right? Some of these actors hop on the juice because they have to get in shape fast. But for the most part, for the average man, in my opinion, and some people may disagree with this, like, for example, this physique right here from Chris Pratt is totally achievable for the average dude, right? You don't need drugs to get this type of physique. You can achieve this. And maybe even the physique of Chris Evans as well, too. This is totally doable. This is totally doable for the average man that works hard in the gym and that has a good diet. So don't sit and try to tell me there's no weird obsession with male physiques as well. I mean, it's just a thing, and I think it's a good thing, right, that we have that, okay, because it promotes good habits, right? I like that. So that being said, She-Hulk is getting review bombed, right, harder than Ms. Marvel, which I thought was a horrible movie. I actually did see that movie. So let's read about this. The newest Disney Plus Marvel series, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, is being review bombed on IMDb, and the percentage of one-star reviews for She-Hulk is much higher than it was for previous review bomb MCU projects like Ms. Marvel. As of the writing, She-Hulk Attorney at Law has a 31.5% percentage of one-star reviews on IMDb. In other words, almost a third of the 30,846 IMDb users who reviewed She-Hulk gave the Marvel show 1 out of 10 stars. An important point to understand, She-Hulk's review bombing is IMDb's flawed rating system, which allows for a show like She-Hulk to be reviewed by those who have not even watched it yet, thus making all movies and shows susceptible to these sorts of review bombings. Well, I mean, how else are they supposed to get a review, right? How are you supposed to prove that somebody actually watched the movie, okay? I can understand not allowing reviews before the actual, show comes out, but you can't prove that people didn't watch the movie, right? So are you saying that it's because people didn't watch the movie or the show that it's getting bad reviews? Okay, all, 10,000 of these one-star review bombs, it's just hating? It's just people that didn't watch the series, they just hating, right? Is that what it is? When navigating through She-Hulk's one-star reviews on IMDb, it's possible to find reoccurring topics like the She-Hulk CGI, Hulk's role in the story being so far limited to comedy relief, and comedy bits that not always land. Those particular elements have been used as criticism against She-Hulk ever since the marketing campaign for the show rolled out, and it's not really a surprise to find them in the She-Hulk reviews. However, She-Hulk's one-star reviews feature, for the most part, low-effort complaints about toxic feminism, Mary Sue-like main character, woke story, forced empowerment, and similar remarks. While not surprising, those types of comments have been common in female-centered pop culture projects, including Marvel's previous Disney Plus show, Ms. Marvel. Yeah. Wow. So, when these shows do bad, there's always an excuse. Well, they just hate. It's just misogyny. It's just bigotry. It's just sexism, right? That is what they say. Instead of looking inward and self-reflecting and saying, maybe, just maybe, the viewers, the fans don't want to be woke virtue signal and lectured to with every show that they watch, right? Maybe we should actually, have good writers come in to talk about some of society's issues without these cringe moments where, again, it's obvious that the moment is there simply as a way to work virtue signal, right? As a way to try to score points with a certain crowd of people and to shame individuals in our society because of characteristics that they were born with. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.